Washington Commanders play. I streamed the game yesterday versus the New York Jets, and I know some people probably was like, Juan, where are you at? I'm over on Twitch. So go ahead and give me a follow. And then secondly, join the Discord server as I finally got one up and running, and we already got a couple people in here. It's going to be a place where you can have fun and be your authentic self. Enjoy the rest of the video. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We on the Washington Commanders live stream. This is the Command Extra pregame show. Welcome in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is an exciting time, ladies and gentlemen, as week one is finally upon us after all of the all-season moves, from the hiring of Adam Peters to the hiring of Dan Quinn to the free agent signings of guys like Bobby Wagner to the drafting of quarterback Jaden Daniels to mini camp, training camp, trading of Jahan Dotson, preseason ball. Like, so much has transpired, and now we can finally see it in person, in live action. That actually matters. Okay, I'm super excited. I cannot wait till 425. I'm low-key a little sick that we got the late window game, because I wanted to see us play right away. But it's gonna be all good, because it's gonna be worth it once the kickoff is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. The Command Extra pregame show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Don't forget to use $20 off promo code on SeatGeek with the promo code WineGotti to get $20 off your first purchase. And also, this whole time that we are live for the 30 to 45 minutes, don't hesitate to ask any questions that you may have surrounding the Washington Commanders and Tampa Bay Buccaneers game today. This is something that we're going to be doing every single week of the season. Make sure you guys come through each and every week. This is the Command Extra pregame show. Your man Juan Gotti on the call. So let's first talk about it, right? What does this game mean for the Washington Commanders? This is the start of a new era. Obviously, the new era of Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels and Adam Peters. It is very important that we get off to a fast start under this regime, especially if we want to try to reel in the fan base. Now, obviously, we know this fan base is going to be hard to repair, because we're going to have to see consistent winning. We've won week ones before, but the thing that's going to make this different is we're doing it with a rookie quarterback. The last time we had a rookie number 2 overall Heisman Trophy winning quarterback take the field in his debut, RG3 put on a show. Is that what Jaden Daniels would do? Who knows? We'll see. Does he have the chance and talent to do that? Yes. But are we expecting it? I'm not. I just want to win, and I just want to see him play well. But I will say this: the last time we started a rookie quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner in his rookie debut, he also played an NFC South team. RG3, remember, went inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and blasted the Saints. This is an NFC South opponent in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I will say this: we are facing a tough defense. They are missing one of their key players, though, today. But we're facing a guy in Todd Bowles who loves to blitz. So I'm already expecting him to light up Jaden Daniels and try to get him off his spot early, try to get him off his reads early and make him panic, make his eyes be big, because he's going to send 5, maybe 6 at him at a time, So I'm already expecting that. But the good thing about, again, Jaden Daniels is he has 54 games of collegiate play. Okay, he's seen it all. He's played at the biggest stage of them all in the SEC with LSU. He's played in the Pac-12 with Arizona State, right? He's got the preseason reps, okay? So that's the biggest thing that you see. You hear from a lot of his teammates is he's ready. He's confident. He understands. And I never seen none of our players that's been here a long time talk highly of a quarterback like they do with Jaden Daniels. So it's going to be times where he has his rookie mistakes. In fact, I'm probably expecting a lot of rookie mistakes, not just this game, but this season, okay? So don't get upset if he takes a deep shot and then he potentially overshoots a guy. That's just him getting the jitters out. Again, it happens, okay? It's a part of growing up. It's a part of the game. It's part of the process, So definitely don't get down on JD if he has any bad plays, because it's gonna happen. So I do want to say shout out to Todd Labor, shout out to Heen, shout out to Barry, shout out to Michael Starkey. Remember Lynn, remember Lie. It says 3 keys to win. We'll get to that. Lizard, shout out to you. So 3 keys to win. First things first for me, we got to establish the run game. Obviously, we know they are going to be a tough team to run on, But the thing that we've learned, or at least we should have learned from last year's regime, is that we don't want to put the quarterback all put it all on our young quarterback. Last time we did that, it was a recipe for a disaster. Last time we tried to put all of our offense on the young quarterback. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to overwhelm the young fella. So try to find a way to establish the run game, whether that's Brian Robinson, and that's in between the tackles, or that's an outside kind of run, stretching to the boundary with a guy like Austin Eckler, maybe Jeremy McNichols. Find a way to somehow establish the run game to get it going for your young fella. Okay. And what I also want to say is that you have to establish some type of rhythm early on. So don't wait to get him going. Okay. If you come out first play and you want to take a deep shot, go ahead, do it. If it's giving you the right look, go ahead, throw some underneath routes and a quick slant, drag, out route, something to get a completion going so he can see, see it go in, right? So, essentially what I'm trying to say is with a shooter in basketball, right? You may be in a slump, you may be nervous or whatever it may be, but if you see one bucket go in, that's all it's going to take for you to get your confidence back, right? Or get your confidence going. So if you want to get his confidence going early, quick little slant route to Terry McLaurin or something like that to get him going. And then from there on out, he'll probably be locked and loaded. But I definitely do want to make a point to establish the run game because you want to have a healthy balance of run and pass to keep the Bucks defense on their toes. Because the Bucks defense again is led by a guy named Todd Bowles who knows defense like the back of his hands. They got some good guys in that secondary like Antoine Winfield Jr., Jamil Dean, and a slew of other guys. And obviously up front, their front seven is where they make their money with a guy like Vita Vea. Now they are missing a big guy that goes next to Vita Vea today, so hopefully we can find a way to take advantage of that. So maybe running the ball may not be as challenging as it would have been if they had both of those guys in there. And again, we got a big man up front in the name of Sam Cosmi, who we just paid, so who we expect to go out there and perform well and match up well against a guy like Vita Vea. So that's one of the keys right there. The second key for me is try to limit the explosive plays on the defensive side of the ball. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it a whole 100 with you all. We're going to give up some explosive plays. That's just how it is. That's just how it happens. Like, that's part of football. But we got to find a way to limit them because obviously we know we're facing Mike Evans and we're facing Chris Godwin, okay? It's going to be tough because those are two really good receivers in the league. Mike Evans consistently puts up 1,000-yard receivers, and obviously Chris Godwin is coming off another great season too last year. So we're going to have to find a way to limit the big plays because if we do not, then we're going to be in a position where we're going to find ourselves down big, okay? Because I already don't have faith in this DB room. Secondary, like back end safety room, I'm pretty confident in. But my DB room, I'm not confident in at all with Benjamin St-Juste, Emmanuel Forbes, Michael Davis, and only guy I'm really confident in is Mike Sanford still. And that says a lot about this room if I'm confident in a rookie that hasn't even played a snap. Now, I will say, our best matchup for Mike Evans is Benjamin St-Juste, and I do think he is the quarterback one on this team. But even saying that, if St-Juste cannot be grabby, cannot be a guy that gets beat over the top often and just uses his length and size to his advantage, I think he could be really good. But once St-Juste starts to panic, he starts to trail. That's when you see the penalty flags. That's when you see him don't look back for the football. If he just trusts this technique and trusts this coaching staff and trust this defense, I think St-Juste could be really good. But he definitely by far is our best matchup for Mike Evans. And I do think they're going to try to target a lot of Chris Godwin because a guy like Emmanuel Forbes is on him. Now, Emmanuel Forbes is going to be up for the challenge. He has to be because they see all the noise. They've heard all the noise all offseason. They've heard about how fans and how the NFL view Emmanuel Forbes. It's up to Emmanuel Forbes to change that narrative, okay? And, the Buccaneers, they heard that too. Baker Mayfield, they probably said it all in their offensive meetings all week long of how they were going to try to make a game plan to attack Emmanuel Forbes. So, obviously, they're going to try to find matchups that are favorable for him, maybe move around Mike Evans to somehow line him up on Forbes. And if that happens, at that point, we just got to hope Forbes is getting right, okay? And he got right this offseason. But again, contain the explosive plays, okay? Because I definitely know it's going to happen, but we just have to find a way to limit the explosive plays, okay? Because if we could, if let's be real, okay? Mike Evans is probably going to go over for 100 yards. Like that's just typical, right? He's probably going to go over for 100 yards. But the thing is about it, right? Okay, if he goes for over 100 yards, that's fine and all, but just pick your spots, okay? If he gets a deep ball early in the first, second quarter, okay, that's fine. But the big things that are crucial that are hurting is if we allow him to go off late in the game in a position where we either need to get a stop to get the ball back or we're trying to seal a victory and we gave them the ball back and they come back down the field and score on us. Just pick your spots. Don't allow big plays all game long because again they're going to happen. They're just a too talented of an offensive team to not have all explosive plays. A guy like K. Otten, he came on the map last year, especially in that playoff game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. He is really good. In the past we've always struggled with the middle of the field. We've struggled with stopping tight ends. So hopefully today that has changed because we definitely need help. We need to stop the tight ends, okay? Because again, we've never done that. They also got a guy in the backfield. Number one, his name is White. Really good back. He reminds me of a way better JD McKissick for us. Okay, that's all. I'm not saying he's JD McKissick. I'm saying he's better than JD McKissick, but that's the closest guy that I can compare him to. Maybe a Chris Thompson, right? He's a guy that can catch out the backfield, that can take the handoff, and run for 5, 10, 15, and he has the getaway speed to turn on the races. So he has it all. That team again is very talented on both sides of the ball, and they are well coached. So it's not going to be an easy game by far, but I feel like we are up for the task. Prior to the schedule, prior to training camp starting, I definitely said Washington was going to lose this game. But after seeing this vibe and the team and the energy around this team, and just knowing that it's week one and the start of a new era, we have to get off to a fast start. There's no excuse, man. We have to do it. Okay, so I'm excited, and I definitely have Washington winning this game in a close one. I would say 24-27. Washington